Hello friends, welcome to Physics Live channel. Today's topic is Coulomb's law. We know the interactions of charges as described by Coulomb's law. The forces between the charges is directly proportional to the product of the charges and inversely proportional to the square of the distance between them. Here, considering a system Q1 and Q2 charges and R is the distance between them, and force is directly proportional to product of the charges, that is Q1 Q2, and inversely proportional to the square of distance, that is 1 by R square. So combinedly we can write that force is directly proportional to Q1 Q2 divided by R square, and F is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon Q1 Q2 divided by R square R cap. Epsilon is the permittivity. Epsilon is equal to epsilon 0 epsilon R. Epsilon 0 is the permittivity of the free space and epsilon R is the relative permittivity. For air, the relative permittivity is equal to epsilon R is equal to 1. So epsilon is equal to epsilon 0. So air force can be written as 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 Q1 Q2 divided by R square R cap. That is 9 into 10 raised to 9. K is equal to 9 into 10 raised to 9 Newton meter square. So force is equal to 9 into 10 raised to 9 Q1 Q2 divided by R square R. For medium, F is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon Q1 Q2 divided by R square R cap. That's equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 epsilon R Q1 Q2 divided by R square R cap. We can rewrite excluding epsilon R, that is F air. So we get that F medium, that's equal to F air divided by epsilon R. That is force in the air is decreased by epsilon R times when it comes to medium. So decreased by a factor of epsilon R, that is relative permittivity. We know the like charges will repel and unlike charges will attract. And for a system of charges, we have to find the force on each charges. This may be an important question. So consider the system. How we find the forces on each charges. So here plus Q1 minus Q2 plus Q3, the distance that is R1, R2, and here it is R. For Q1 charge, we know that due to Q2 it has an attractive force. Due to Q3 it has a repulsive force. So two forces acting on Q1, that is attractive force due to Q2 and repulsion force due to Q3. So attraction towards, that is towards it, and repulsion, that is away. So two forces can be represented like this. And F2 is equal to K. K means 1 by 4 pi epsilon Q1 Q2, that is the product of charges, divided by distance between them, that is R1 square. I cap means it is positive x direction. Okay, we know that towards right means positive x direction, towards left means negative side of x direction, that is minus I. So F2 is equal to K Q2 Q1 divided by R1 square I cap, and F3 is the repulsive force due to Q3, that is away from the Q3. So K Q1 Q3 divided by R square, the distance between them is R and the direction is minus I. So we have to represent the resultant force on Q1, that is plus term minus term. Okay, so K Q1 Q2 divided by R1 square minus K Q2 Q3 divided by R square into I cap. We have to find the force on Q2. We know that this is a negative charge. Q1 and Q3 are positive charge. So there will be attraction towards both charges. So there will be attraction here and also here. So attraction means towards that charge and repulsion means away from that charge. And according to Q1, there will be attraction to q2. That is F1 is equal to, F1 means force due to first charge, that's equal to k q2 q1 divided by r1 square, and the direction is towards left, that is minus I, and F3 is due to q3, that's equal to k q2 q3 divided by r2 square into I cap, that is towards right. We know that the plus term minus minus term is the resultant of these values, that is k q2 q3 divided by r2 square minus k q1 q2 divided by r1 square into I cap. The third charge resultant force, that is, we know that is a negative charge, so there is an attraction towards q2, and there is a repulsive charge due to q1, so it is away from the charge. So F1 and F2 are the, F1 is force due to first and force due to second is F2. So F1 is kq1 q3 divided by r square I cap, and F2 is kq3 q2 divided by r2 square minus I cap, because it is in the left. So the resultant is F3 is equal to kq1 q3 divided by r square minus kq3 q2 divided by r2 square into I cap. So this is the procedure we should find the resultant force on the system of charges. First we can number the charges, we can line the charges where we have to consider the other charges and their forces, attraction or repulsion, and attraction means towards a line and repulsion means away from the line. If the line is towards the right means plus I, and towards the left means minus I. Okay, so sum of these charges that will give the resultant force on that charge. Is another problem. We should follow the procedures above problem only. So first, what does procedure means? Here we have to find force on minus q by 2. So minus q by 2 is this charge, and we should name the numbers of other charges, that is this first charge and this is second charge, and we line a line in the charge we have to find the force, and from which we have to consider the other charges, that is minus q by 2 is here, this is plus q by 2, that is attraction, that is towards the charge, that is F1 due to first charge, and the product of charges means k q by 2, that is q square by 4 divided by distance, that is d square, it is towards the right means I, and here also we have to find, that is minus q by 2q, that is also attractive, and d is the distance, and towards the left means minus I, so k q square divided by 2 divided by d square into minus I. We does not consider the negative on charges, we just find attractive or repulsive and the direction only, and F minus q by 2 is the resultant of these two, so minus kq square divided by 4d square minus kq square divided by 2d square into I cap. Kq square by d square is common into 1 by 4 minus 1 by 2 I cap, that's equal to minus kq square divided by 4d square I cap. That is the resultant force on the minus q by 2 charges towards left. It is the meaning behind this answer. So from this idea we can clear that we have to find any force on the system of charges. Thank you for watching.